Hello everybody and welcome back to Stellaris, where last episode our war against the, what are these guys called? The Galactic Information Entente. Our war against them ended rather suddenly. I was not expecting how suddenly the war ended. The only thing I can imagine with that is there was some sort of a large event. Well, we know that they'd lost quite a lot of forces, and perhaps we just outproduced them in ships. That's a possibility. Maybe there was not a large battle, we just happened to produce more ships than they did between our Federation. Us personally, of course, our Empire did not. There's no doubt about that. We would have lost that, I'm quite confident in saying, if we weren't part of this Federation. But we objectively won it. So that is absolutely great, and hopefully these guys will stop declaring on us. You'd think they'd learn their lesson eventually. We've got some work to do here in terms of our structures here. We have some... What do we need here? Yes, Nefgon here. This does need jobs, but there's not actually any to put in unless we wanted to replace, like, synthetic crystal plants, which is probably a good idea. We've already got an ancient refinery here. I think we replace this with an alloy foundry. We replace... No, don't disable that. We replace this with a civilian industry. We replace this with a gene clinic. We replace this with a Ministry of Production. We replace this... There's a lot of these. We can also have 2 moat harvesting traps. I'm not sure if we'll get there, because we still need a corporate culture site. Maybe we replace this with the moat harvesting trap. Like that. And then maybe ditch the Galactic Stock Exchange? I don't know about that. Oh, we've got an exotic gas refinery here. So we can replace that with the moat harvesting trap. That would do the trick. We don't have a posthumous employment center, but I'm kind of moving away from using those for right now. Zombies are just not the most useful pops, right? That's all there is to it. So I think for now, that'll do. What else would we want to work on? There's this tech world here, and this just needs a demotion. That's all that needs. I believe we determined that previously. This one also a demotion, and this one also 3 demotions. Okay, that seems fine. No major issues there. So we already looked at our stations as well. Those should, in theory, all be fine. Tiamat A is considered a starbase. Right, this needs additional work. We'll get that going up to a citadel and punch the microphone in the process. Fantastic. At this point, we are... Well, we have the arranged swarm here. This is just a single frigate. Why is there a frigate here? I guess it's a Federation ship? I'm going to disband that. No, it's not a Federation ship, though. Yeah, it's not a Federation ship. Why is there a frigate here? Where did this come from? This is not something that we would have built. I'm going to disband it, but that's very strange. So all of these guys are grouping up at our mega shipyard, right? They are gearing up for some repairs there, and we're working on restoring all of that, but we have a big lack of alloys at this point. So if we were to buy in alloys, the price is not amazing right now, 4.14. Sure. We'll keep an eye on that. It's probably that way because these guys are also wanting to buy in after they pieced out. Like, if they had a significant production issue, that would make sense. Our head of research died. We'll do a procession. Sure, cut the ribbon. That'll be fine. We do, of course, then need a new head of research, which would be... This guy's a good planetary governor. What he is not is a good council member. We do have this scientist who is also not great. We're at 6 of 8 leaders, so we could probably get a decent one. Research speed plus 3% is better than nothing. So we'll do that. Feels Chills is our new head of research. And this guy needs a trait. These are both counselor traits. awkward. Not very relevant, but that's fine. Okay, cool. How are we doing on our tech? Yeah, that's definitely all repeatable. No doubt about that. And what do we need to actually get our fleets replenished? 70,000. Is that real? Maybe. What is this new fleet? For the moment, let's disband this. Both of them. And we know that we need... Yeah, that's now saying 40,000. Okay, that feels a bit more accurate. We know that we can have up to 8 Titans now, right? So the set swarm could actually get a Titan in here. And then we could have a couple more. All of these already have their Titans. So this is going to take us up to 6 Titans, which means we could get 2 additional fleets if we wanted to define it that way. So we would bring these down to 63, which we already have 64 here, which is slightly awkward. And then otherwise we would just add in our Titan here. We can't do that currently. We would need to go to the set swarm, and we'd need to remove one of our strong class corvettes. Which seems fine. We'll do that. Is there another fleet that needs a strong class corvette? Yeah, the Plan Swarm does. So we'll just move that over. No problem there. And then we'll edit this to be like that, and then add in a Titan here. Beautiful. Then we would want to duplicate this fleet, in theory, twice. I don't like the way that copy template works because of the new fleet name here, although maybe that regenerates when we start doing that. So we'll just get those put in here. That's now saying 101,000 to get us expanded out to this level. That seems doable. That will be 1520 naval cap. Also seems fine. I don't think we'll have any problem with that. Cool, so that looks good. These guys are currently swarming the Calictoran Protectors, which is largely expected. No major issues there. Cool.
Detritus analyzed.
So we're, of course, getting some additional debris done there. The Solorum Multitude sent us an insult. They're a subsidiary under the Tebadoran Corporation, which is these guys. Intriguing. For the moment, we're not going to do anything about that. And we're waiting for this Calictoran war to end before we sweep in there and take whatever remains. I don't think they have anything claimed here. They didn't last time we fought, so we'll see. They may or may not, is the answer. We do need a bunch of alloys here. We want to get back to working on our megastructures. We want to work on our planetary rings. And we want to get our ships replenished. All of that costs alloys. Price is currently a little cheap, so we'll buy some in. Sure, we'll institute increased benefits on Galloway. That seems fine. Excellent. So, we've got the new fleet and the new fleet, both of which have literally nothing. If we were to copy this, yeah, that brings it to 1710. Ruler election, I don't care about this. So we're going to not go up to 1710 for now. We're going to disband this fleet. We're just going to keep it with the Titan cap being indicative of how many total ships we can have. Now, we never actually built a Juggernaut. How much would that cost to do? That instantly closed. How much would a Juggernaut cost? Oh, that's pretty cheap, actually. Get that going. That's absolutely fine. So we'll get a Juggernaut underway. That seems great. And we'll continue to work on our alloys here. We're making about 1,300 per month right now.
For a cleaner galaxy.
I would definitely like to bring that up a bit. So, these guys here just need demotions, right? And this is currently set up as a forge world. It's an awkward forge world, but a forge world nevertheless. That all seems fine. Any additional job work that's needed on our old planets? The answer is no. Okay, well, we definitely do not need to still be running desperate measures. We could run will to power here, we could run Grand Fleet in theory. I don't love it. Architectural Renaissance is an interesting thing. I think we'll run that for now. Yes, our influence is not amazing. But for the moment, this seems okay. Cool. So we have a lot of need for alloys at this moment. The Sentry Aerials are going to be 10,000. We're actually really close to that. We can get that started here in, well, on the next month tick. We're really, really close to that. So we're definitely going to get that going here. And then we need the Strategic Coordination Center to be worked on. That's going to require a lot more alloys. 3.6 right now? I would definitely like to be getting more. We need all the alloys that we can get, and we'd love for the price to be very low. Oh, yeah, by the way, we're at war with these guys, but we don't care. We're letting our Federation handle it. They've got that under control. I'm not concerned about this war in the slightest. We need all of the alloys that we can get, so we are not going to participate here. If they take that stuff over, great. Good for them. We're very proud of them. This Unification Center needs a job. Okay, so we've got a corporate culture site here right now. We've got a posthumous employment center as well. We're going to need a vault of acquisitions. That does not give us a job, but we're going to need it nevertheless. So we're going to put that in, and then after that, we're going to put in... Where are we? Administrative offices. There we go. We'll actually do that in the opposite order. Cool. So we'll get that going. That will produce us additional unity, of course. And we'll just let the galaxy finish off these couple of wars. I wonder if these guys learned their lesson about fighting us. That's a hard maybe. Probably not. We did take some of their territory, though, including... importantly, this Science Nexus. So the Science Nexus in Karathor is ours. That's really, really, really important. So that's great. We can sell off some minerals. We are getting pretty high up in our mineral count. What is this? Ah, this war has ended. Cool. We want to declare our own war, basically right now, if our Federation will allow it. We're going to head over here, and we're going to get into position. I want... Yeah, this should be fine. I'm going to send the Forfan Starfleet over here, and we'll just head on out, and we're going to head in here as soon as possible. Assuming our Federation votes for it, but I think they will. This war is going absolutely fine, and we can handle this on our own. We do not require their aid. That said, I would like to go over to Nightbirth here and get ourselves some more Xenomorph armies. So I think that that will be absolutely great. Let's get some of those guys in. I'm going to queue them up until we are out of minerals. There we go. So we'll get a few of those on the way. We're just waiting for the Forfan Starfleet to get into position here. Cool. Now, I want to declare war here. Conquer claim. And our Federation will likely do this. Is this like the only offensive war that we're going to do? I think literally everything else that we've done has been defensive. But we want to get these guys removed. We want to get that dealt with. So we'll do this, assuming that our Federation votes for it. Why are they considered overwhelming? Is that saying that we're overwhelming, or is it just their tech? It might just be their tech. I don't know. Assuming the Federation votes for this, though, it should be fine. Why is it saying they're overwhelming? They're not. They have no force. Literally none. Very strange. We can easily do that ourselves. The Brack Blessed Mandate stopped guaranteeing the Tepedoran Corporation. That's interesting. So we're in position here. We're just waiting for our Federation to vote. They're going to vote yes.
We wish only to protect our consumer base.
So we can see here that the Calactoran Protectors have a 33k fleet here. That's fine. The Forfan Starfleet is not going to have an issue with this. We're going to put a leader in there. The rest of our forces are all going in here.
Detritus analyzed.
Cool. We do not require the Federation to aid us. So we're going to go in.
Competitive
no
station
problem.
Engaged.
And we may take some damage here, but look how little armor this has. It should be okay. This is not fully replenished. But even if we do, we're risking the Federation fleet. We're not really risking our own fleets here. So this looks good. Beautiful. And now we're just absolutely pummeling them. There we go. So that's under control. I'm going to grab... Oh, we're still fighting this construction ship. Very rude. How are we doing up here? Yeah, this is under control. Not a problem whatsoever. Ultimo Ratio Regnum. Indeed, these guys built a juggernaut. We're working on that ourselves. We don't have it quite done yet. But there we go. The station is now down. Zirac 1 is only 528. That's not a concern. So we're going to move our Federation fleet over this direction, and we're going to occupy these areas. Then let's take a look here. This is only the one planet, and that's only 528 as well, so we don't actually need to do much bombardment. I am going to bombard here nevertheless. We're going to head in and land on Zirac. We should get there quite quickly.
Research actualized.
Excellent. Extraction patterns. So that's looking good. So this is under control, right? We definitely don't require our Federation's aid. We've got that fully and totally under control. No problem whatsoever there. Just checking through here to see what we've got going on here.
Competitors engaged.
I mean, eventually we're going to need like a business management nexus here. So we'll go for that. And these guys giga lose. Right? It's just the one battleship. There we go. Cool. So that's fully under control. I don't know why our Federation is sending a force over here. They really don't need to. They really, really don't need to. The Pictlings rivaled us. That's pretty funny.
Asset. Competitive station engaged.
I wish them luck with that. And we'll eliminate this station with absolutely no problem. Our artillery just absolutely battering it right now. And there we go. That's under our control, and we'll go take over Riak. So yeah, this is completely and totally under control. We do not require any aid. We're at 11k alloys right now. We needed what? 15k for the strategic? Yeah. So we could theoretically buy in additional alloys. The price is a little bit high right now, so I'd prefer to wait on that. And this is showing 104,000 to fully reinforce our fleets. Fair enough.
Competitive station engaged.
Multiple people are revoking their guarantees of the Tepedoran Corporation. That's fascinating.
Starbase under assault.
Fascinating indeed. For the moment, of course, we are simply going to attack over here. What starbase was under assault? Did they, like, attack the L cluster or something? No? I don't know. Regardless, the Zeltec progenitors are going to be done very soon. Chirac has fallen, and we are going to go land on I Played 1. All of you guys are supposed to be bombarding here, for the record. There we go. That's down to 318. Yeah, there's not going to be any real problem here. Completely and totally fine. So we do have those extra xenomorphs done. They're grouping up in Nightbirth. That is looking reasonably fine. Do we have any more on the way? Yes, we do. Cool. Looks like about 4 more. So that'll be reasonably solid. as far as armies go. It'll be enough to keep us going for a bit anyway. Yeah, looks like that'll be
Commencing
somewhere
seizure
around
of planetary
1,500.
asset.
We could definitely get more. But now that we've invaded here, all of our fleets can return on back. So we can go back to Ril Samat, and we will just enter orbit here. Perfect. And we are going to fully eliminate the Kalatoran protectors. They have nothing left. We're just seizing our opportunity here, and that looks great.
Planetary market secured.
So that's fully under control now. And at this point, this war of aggression, we're going to achieve war goals. So we're going to take 4 systems and 2 planets. That is correct. So we'll send that offer. And they'll accept it. They have no choice. There's no way that they don't accept this. We are going to be over our starbase capacity, so we're going to have to get rid of some of these. Here we go. This is not the ending that was foretold. Acquisition successful. Excellent. So the Kalatoran protectors have been taken over. This station here, we're probably just going to straight downgrade. And this one, I would like to keep around as a defensive station out over this way. Beryllium no longer needs to exist. So we'll downgrade this station. I'd like to upgrade in Riak. We'll get that going, but that's going to put us at 29 of 28, I believe. Yes. This station is a trade station. Vernier, I think, is still useful. Do we need a trade station up over this way with access to these gateways? Probably. Probably. So what other station would we like to get rid of? The fact station? That makes sense to me. We'll get rid of that. That will hurt our naval cap a little bit, but we should be able to recover that from planetary constructions easily enough. So these 2 new worlds here, this Fallen Empire capital here, we could definitely repair this Sky Dome, and this just has a Sky Dome as well. So that's going to be a little bit awkward. We have an unemployment here. So I guess we'll put it in Alloy Foundry. Well, we really should probably put in a corporate culture site and a gene clinic to start with. So we'll do that for both of these, corporate culture site and gene clinic. Okay. On Galloway, how are things looking? Well, we definitely, I think, could use a precinct house here. We do have, well, that's only 5% crime. I don't think it's strictly speaking necessary. We mostly just need demotions. And that's the case with a lot of these. Demotions take a while. So I think for the moment, that's fine. This should probably ultimately become a fortress world. Which is going to be mildly awkward for it. For the time being, we'll put in gene clinics and a corporate culture site, but then we're going to put in the fortress. Where are we at? Stronghold. There we go. That'll do for now. We have a few colonies up over this way as well. These must have been done during the war. Otherwise, I can only imagine that I would have done at least a gene clinic and corporate culture site on them. We're out of minerals. I'm going to buy 10,000 here. So corporate culture site and a gene clinic. This can be a corporate culture site and gene clinic as well. I also see that there are crystal mines available here. May as well. Cool. So a corporate culture site. Oh, we have that already. We could just put in an ancient refinery. That would be fine. Cool. This unification center requires a job, and as a unification center, of course, we would love to put in a vault of acquisitions. We need a planetary capital for that, so instead, we will simply put in an admin office. Any other jobs needed here? That is looking like a negative. Cool. So that looks good. We won our war against the Kalatoran protectors. Riak is going to get upgraded. That's going to take some time. I want to check in on Tiamat here. Okay. That's going to need some additional work. So we're going to do these for now. We're not going to be able to get all of the buildings going, but we'll get them most of the way queued up anyway. So we'll do a defense grid supercomputer. We will do a target uplink computer. Probably a communications jammer.
Upscaling complete.
And then that'll be it for now. And with that, it is time to put a cut in here, so I'm going to go ahead and do that, and next episode, we are going to continue our constructions. Although I did just realize we can upgrade our Strategic Coordination Center. Let's do it. You can leave your offerings to the engagement gods in the form of likes, comments, subscribes, and bell ringings, and a very special thank you to all of the channel members for making this video possible, including ALS Gamer, James, Shadowwolf, Lohan80, Rogue Corvid, Kintogan, Andy Magar, Spartan News, Nick Smarty, Dimitri H, Punching the Microphone, Soccerman12 UK, and all the rest. And of course, you. Thank you for watching. If you'd like to support the channel, you can click the join button down below the video, and as always, I will see you all next time.